Sermon 208. Someone asked Imam Ali, peace be upon him, about concocted traditions and contradictory sayings of the Prophet current among the people, whereupon he said, "Certainly what is current among the people is both right and wrong, true and false, repealing and repealed, general and particular, definite and indefinite, exact and surmised. Even during the Prophet's days, false sayings had been attributed to him, so much so that he had to say during his sermon that, whoever attributes falsehoods to me makes his abode in hell. Those who relate traditions are of four categories no more. First, the lying hypocrites. The hypocrite is a person who makes a show of faith and adopts the appearance of a Muslim. He does not hesitate in sinning, nor does he keep aloof from vice. He willfully attributes false things against the Messenger of God. May God bless him and his descendants. If people knew that he was a hypocrite and a liar, they would not accept anything from him, and would not confirm what he says. Rather they say that he is the companion of the Prophet, has met him, heard his sayings from him and acquired knowledge from him. They therefore accept what he says. God too had warned you well about the hypocrites and described them fully to you. They have continued after the Holy Prophet. They gain positions with the leaders of misguidance and call us towards hell through falsehoods and slanderings. So they put them in high posts and made them officers over the heads of the people and amassed wealth through them. People are always with the rulers and after this world, except those to whom God affords protection. This is the first of the four categories. Second, those who are mistaken. Then there is the individual who heard a saying from the Holy Prophet, but did not memorize it as it was, but surmised it. He does not lie willfully. Now, he carries the saying with him, and relates it, acts upon it, and claims that, I heard it from the Messenger of God. If the Muslims come to know that he has committed a mistake in it, they will not accept it from him, and if he himself knows that he is on the wrong, he will give it up. Third, those who are ignorant. The third man is he who heard the Prophet ordering to do a thing, and later the Prophet refrained the people from doing it. But this man did not know it, or he heard the Prophet refraining people from a thing, and later he allowed it. But this man did not know it. In this way he retained in his mind what had been repealed, and did not retain the repealing tradition. If he knew that it had been repealed, he would reject it. Or if the Muslims knew when they heard it from him that it had been repealed, they would reject it. Fourth, those who memorize truthfully. The last, namely the fourth man, is he who does not speak a lie against God or against his Prophet. He hates falsehood out of fear for God and respect for the Messenger of God, and does not commit mistakes, but retains in his mind exactly what he heard from the Prophet, and he relates it as he heard it, without adding anything or omitting anything. He heard the repealing tradition, he retained it and acted upon it, and he heard the repealed tradition and rejected it. He also understands the particular and the general, and he knows the definite and indefinite, and gives everything its due position. The sayings of the Prophet used to be of two types. One was particular, and the other common. Sometimes a man would hear him, but he would not know what God, the glorified, meant by it, or what the Messenger of God meant by it. In this way the listener carries it and memorizes it without knowing its meaning and its real intention, or what was its reason among the companions of the Messenger of God. All were not in the habit of putting him questions and ask him the meanings. Indeed, they always wished that some Bedouin or stranger might come and ask him, peace be upon him, so that they would also listen. Whenever any such thing came before me, I asked him about its meaning, and preserved it. These are the reasons and grounds of differences among the people in their traditions.